You're going to go live on YouTube today.
I will lay me down, yeah, like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down. Marsh.org/CJs. Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us today as you all are getting logged on, getting your sound ready. This is CJ's FitnesSing with the Marsh Theater, and I'm so glad to see you all today. We are going to work out our voices. We are going to work out our bodies. Our main focus is on our voice, but we are going to get a calorie burn in too. So thank you for joining us. I see Susan, Elizabeth, someone with a very cool, let's see, what is that? An outer space, yes, background. Thanks for being here. So why are we here? We are here because my passion is to help people find their voice, not only find their voice, but find a way to keep their voice fit for life, FitnesSing. And if we think about fitness as a total body package, I don't want us to forget about our voice being a part of that whole picture that we have to take care of, not just, okay, let's work out our biceps, let's work out our abs, but let's work out and take care of our voice. But how do we do that? We do that by exercising it with gentle warm-ups as much as we can. So it's great to see some of my usual, some of my regulars. It's great to see you all. Harping, thank you for coming back. Elaine, welcome. And so we'll just get started with a little bit of stretching, just waking up the body. If you've been sitting or just need a little energy to come into the body, we're going to do some stretching first. So let's just start with shoulder rolls. We're going to roll slowly so that you can find those places that feel a little tight. And you're going to spend time there and breathe into that tension to help release it. Once you've done 8 to 10, hello, Madam Kia. Great to see you. We're going to go in the opposite direction. Oh, yeah. And sometimes I like to move my head while I'm doing this because it just helps release any places of tension that I have. All right, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. We're gonna reach to the side so that our palms are touching the walls. Imagine that you're stretching all the way out to touch the walls on either side. You wanna feel that stretch in the bicep and the tricep. And while we're here, I'm going to add a little extra oomph, and we're going to pull those shoulder blades together. Oh, now we're getting a three-way stretch. And breathe. If it feels like, hello, what are you doing? Breathe deeply. And now we're going to slowly release. Next stretches, we're bringing the ear gently to the shoulder. So you'll feel it here on the opposite side. And if you feel like, oh, this is not much of a stretch, you can just apply a slight bit of pressure, but you don't want to push down hard on your neck. Just encouraging the muscle to stretch. Another side. Yeah, I feel tension, just releasing that. And then we're going to draw some circles with our nose. I want you to draw really big circles. So like this. Still getting a neck stretch in. It's really about drawing with the nose, not about making the head go down or back, but drawing circles with the nose. 3 in one direction and 3 in the other direction. And while you're doing this, start to become aware of your breath. Hello, breath, what's going on? Are you breathing deeply? Are you breathing shallowly? All right. So now we're going to focus on our breath. Thank you for joining us, Rachel. We're going to take an inhale for 4 counts. It's going to be a slow 4 counts. And then we're going to suspend for 2 counts and then release for 8. So it'll be 4, 2, 8. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. All right. So I'll say ready, go, and we'll inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Then release on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we inhale, 4, 4, hold, and this hold is just, I want it to feel like just everything is in suspense. We're not clamping down on the breath like that. We're just holding it in space for 2 counts, and then we release it. All right, here we go. Ready, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, suspend. 1, 2, release on 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Good. One more time. Just helping us become aware of the processes of breathing. Here we go. Ready? Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very, very good. Now let's get to do some singing. You want to do some singing today? That's why you're here. Yes. Okay. I love to do all kinds of accents. Sometimes I don't even know what the accent is. I just like to do it. Okay. All right. I'm hoping that this is clear to you. If this is clear, thumbs up. All right. So we're going to do a vibratory exercise. It's a semi-occluded exercise where only a little bit of breath is coming through the mouth. Or if you can't do that so well, so we can, if and are hard, we can try just lightly putting our hands here to release the corners of the mouth. And when we sing on that lip trill or tongue trill, it makes a nice environment for the vocal cords. The breath moves freely. We keep the cords nice, warm, moist, and we get a chance to monitor our breath flow. So that's what I want you to think about. As we do this, I want you to listen for how consistently your breath is flowing. All right, so we're gonna do a simple How's the lip trill coming or the tongue trill? if anybody needs help, just raise your hand and I'll give you something, an alternate. Okay, so let's try a V sound. Can give us some of the similar things there. So a V sound, here we go. 1, 2, ready. Or back up. Now, how many of you remember, if you've been here before, what we're going to need to do if you haven't already engaged this particular part of your oral cavity? What do we need to engage as we move higher so that we stay safe and that we can access our higher notes? Yes, Miss Kia. Can you unmute?
Lift your soft palate.
Lift your soft palate. Yes, thank you so much. So the soft palate is like, it's like the gateway. I love talking about the soft palate because it just makes such a difference when we are ascending and we're going into middle voice, upper middle voice, and beyond. So soft palate is that squishy part of the back of the roof of the mouth, and you can involuntarily lift it by yawning. It just happens, right? So if you intentionally practice lifting like you're going to yawn, or yesterday one of my students had a real great success with thinking like she had pepper in her nose. And the soft palate comes up. And so now let's say the alphabet with the soft palate lifted, just so you can hear the difference. First, let's just go regular talking. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now we're gonna lift the soft palate. Think I'm gonna start a yawn. I'm smelling something good, or I have pepper in my nose. And now A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So if you can do that when you're speaking, you can do it when you're singing. And if you notice already, there should be higher tones that you're hearing in your voice just because we lifted the soft palate. So let's see if we can, or I'll take any questions. Anybody have any questions about that? All right. Okay, so let's move with our soft palate lifted now. We're being aware of it. And every time you take a breath, just make sure you have that hachoo, slight yawn feeling, smiling with the eyes, smiling with the ears. And yes, sometimes we yawn when we do this. That's okay. 1, 2, ready. Oh, I didn't tell us what we were singing. We were doing, we're doing or right? We're still doing that, but with the soft palate lifted. Hello, Juliana. Here we go. Soft palate's lifted. Feel the sneeze. Back down. How many of you felt like you were able to lift the soft palate on purpose? Yes. All right. Great. All right, Rachel, I'm so glad. Yes. All right, Sherry, great.
Question for you. Question.
Yes.
Can you define for me the soft palate, since I'm very new to this?
Sure. So thank you, Elaine. I see a little. Great. Any progress is great. So Sherry, if you take the tip of your tongue and you touch right behind the teeth, that's the hard palate, the alveolar ridge. And then we're going to take the tongue and trace backward until you feel the roof of the mouth gets squishy. It's just in front of the uvula that hangs down.
Oh.
That's our soft palate. Okay. And we have the ability to intentionally lift it. We do it involuntarily when we sneeze, when we yawn, but we can do it on purpose by imitating or even starting the sense of a yawn, or like we're gonna smell something delightful. And when you do it, you can even see in my face, watch my eyes. My eyebrows come up, my eyes, internally, my eyes feel like they're going like this. So it's a great way to even engage the upper cheek muscles to keep them lifted. It's like a little face lift, naturally.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we're lifting our soft palate because as we go higher, the soft palate lift helps us to access those notes that are in our upper middle and higher, the voices, those notes in that part of our voice. So don't forget that, because every time we are going up, I want you to engage in that way. All right, but let's get some body work in. So if you can, stand with me, or you can do this seated as well. I'm going to turn my Tabata timer on, and we're going to do 4 sets of punches. So these punches are, let's see, maybe I can drop this down here. All right, so I'll come to the side, that way I can see. So whoa! Camera, here we are. All right, so we are going to have one foot in front of the other. So I'll stand back a little bit. So I have my right foot slightly in front, and I'm going to punch, 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 hold, punch, 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 hold, punch, punch. So we're just going to keep alternating, but we're going to go as quickly as we can without losing that sense of form, right? I don't want it to just be like this, right? We want it's 1, 2, 3. I said 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe, but let me make sure I do this correctly. So it's 1, 2, 3. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And this is gonna get our heart rate up. It's good for toning the arms. And we're gonna start. We'll have a 10-second preparation time. So we have our feet in place. And let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. All you got. 1, 2, 3. Get as many in as you can. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Make sure you're breathing. 3, 2, 1. Shake it off, shake it off. This is good, this is good. All right. 3, 2, let's go 1. Again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I feel my heart rate coming up. I love it. Let's fitness sing. Make sure. 3, 2, 1. Right. Take a break. 2 more rounds to go, baby. All right. 3, 2, 1. Go. Make sure you're breathing. 3, 2, 1. All the way through. Yes. Just one more. We're burning those calories. Bye, calories. 3, 2, 1. Keep it up. All the way through. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're gonna let our heart rates come back down. How are you feeling? Everybody good? That's probably one of the highest intensity things we've done in our class. So as your heart rate comes down, and mine as well, we're gonna think about the soft palate. We can even practice lifting the soft palate. So as you're breathing, practice. I'll go 1, 2, 3, and you just go lift. All right, here we are. 1, 2, 3, lift. Relax. 1, 2, 3, lift. Relax. 1, 2, 3, lift and hold. Hold it there. Keep it lifted. Oh yes, now this feels like, oh, All right, you can relax, relax, relax. We're gonna go to another exercise. So this next exercise is gonna span a little bit bigger. So we did a fifth. So if you were to count from the first note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that was as high as we went. This time we're gonna make it an octave. Octave meaning 8. So we're gonna do 8 notes. So we're gonna go. Then we're gonna do a little turn and go a little higher. So we actually end up going to the 9th. But the initial thing, an A, then we go. All right, so everybody, I want you to do like this. I want you to go, ho, 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 ho. Make sure your soft palate is lifted when you do this. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. So now we're going to use that ho, 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 kind of sound. I mean, I don't want you to go like this. I don't want you to sing like this. Ho, 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 ho. I'm not saying that. But this sense of resonance, bright light that's happening right here in what we call the mask area, we do it naturally when we try to imitate like a hawk sound, right? Or a crow sound. Caw, caw, ah. So that's what we want to do. We want to use that. But we're going to start here. And I want you to have this sense of already inside of your ear and your body. Let's start lower. Here we go. So remember, let's practice it slowly first. We're going to say, ha, if you need to take a breath after the 8th. So bum, 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 breathe. Here we go. Actually, let's say ya instead of ha, ya. Ready, and ya, 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 ya. So remember to have your soft palate lifted, right? Because we have a big, wide range that we're covering. Sorry for that note. If you can keep going down and it's comfortable, we'll go down. I'm going to jump up an octave because that's better for my voice. Now we're going back up. C sharp again, sorry. Now I'm gonna come down where you are, so I'm not singing in the rafters anymore. All right, my question for you is, how many of you were able to reach something, a note in your upper or upper middle range a little bit easier with the soft palate lifted than without thinking about it at all? Anybody? Yes, very good, very good. Much easier. Yay, Elaine, yay. I think so, Esther, awesome, awesome. All right, now let's do one more exercise that's gonna just jump the octave. So before we were doing what we call an arpeggio, right? So we're going, right? We have notes in between, but now we're just gonna focus on that and making a very small, slender sound. And you want to feel like it's a silver shimmering spider web of sound, right? It's their strength, but it's pliable and it's shimmering, and it's connected. All right. So think connection to not just your breath, but also to the earth underneath you. Like really ground this singing. So here we go. Let's start lower. So it's ooh, ah, ooh. Ready and ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh. So we're gonna have our soft palate lifted at the very beginning because we already know we have a big jump. So just get that soft palate prepared for that jump. Ready and ooh, ah, ooh. And when we go to this higher note, I want you to give yourself permission to make a big space. So, otherwise, I can find myself kind of swallowing the sound or constricting the breath. And we always want the breath to move forward. Here we go. And soft palate lift. Just two more. All right, how is the voice feeling? Put in the chat room, give me a word or a couple of words to tell me how your voice is feeling right now. Good, warming up a bit, okay, good. A little dry. I didn't actually say this, but we always try to have some water with us when we're working with the voice. Okay, anything else? Warming up also, I recall either, oh. Yeah, I think that's Pastor Marion saying it. That's great, yeah. You don't have to look beautiful when you're singing. It's all about the voice being beautiful, so whatever it takes. Elizabeth, okay, so you know these kinds of exercises, if you do them, say 15 minutes, because we haven't been working just constantly this whole time, but we stopped to do our body work. But if you continue, 15, 20 minutes, you should feel the voice begin to sparkle. It should feel like things get easier. You're making it through phrases better. You have more breath. One way to know that you're warmed up also is the clarity of the voice. So, you know, if your voice starts out kind of raspy, gravelly, groggy, dry, by the time you're really warmed up, you should have a lot more clarity in the voice. Oh, I see a good word. Somebody said passaggio. Oh, you're so sweet, Rachel. Thank you. What about your passaggio? Yes, ma'am. Tell us about passaggio. What's happening?
I feel like I'm, changing registers.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the passaggio is, right? So the passaggio is that little period. It could be a couple of half steps. It could be 3 half steps where
Mhm.
your body says, I'm adjusting and I'm going into a new register. So we have middle, we have low register, middle, which is often a mix of what we have in our head and our low, and we have head, or upper, let me say upper register, because male voices have chest and they can get into a head, but it's not the same as falsetto, and it's not the same as a woman's head voice. So head voice for women is upper range, and then for men, what is beyond their full open chest and head range is falsetto. All right, I'm looking at, if we have more comments. Let's see. How long does it usually take to work? So that's a great question, Harveen. It's going to be different for every person, and it depends also on how much you are singing or warming up on a regular basis. So if you have a practice of maybe 15 minutes a day, you're just going through some exercises like that, you'll find that over time, it may take only 10 minutes. But there may be other days where you wake up and you feel maybe your body is tired or you're emotionally drained. The voice kind of responds to what the body is responding to, right? Because the instrument is inside of this body that we carry. So if you're feeling really tired, it's probably going to take considerably more time to warm up the voice. And in those cases, when the voice feels like, oh, it's just really hard to get it moving, then you listen and you say, okay, I'm not going to push it. Maybe I'll do a little bit here, 5-10 minutes here. I'll come back a little bit later in the day when my body may have gotten a little bit more energized and do it again. So that's a great question. And yeah, like I said, it will depend on everybody's voice, what's happened, the condition of the chords, and how much you're doing it. Also how we're speaking, right? So when I'm speaking now, I'm just being cognizant of staying in this kind of lifted place, like, that thing we were doing, like, we lifted the soft palate and then we said A, B, C, D. So that's the place I try to speak most of the time, as opposed to like talking like down here, because that's really tiring on the vocal cords and it creates a lot of tension. All right, and all of that will help your warm up time be more efficient and effective. All right, Rachel says, how can I be sure that my soft palate is lifted if my mouth is not open wide? Well, that's a great question too. So everybody has a different architecture inside of their mouth. Let me show you. Can you see the roof of my mouth? Okay, so some of us have super, super high cathedral-like ceilings in our mouths. Some of us have more flat and wide palate. Mine is wide. It's not super shallow, but it's not really, really high either. And so how much opening you will need will partly depend on the architecture of your oral cavity. So like for me, in certain places, I can get away with not opening very much for those pitches, but when I'm like, I have to have opening. I have to have space. And for all of those, my soft palate was lifted. But when I get into a certain place in my voice, I just have to go to just big open space. Thank you for that question. All right. Well, let's see. We didn't do a lot with our body, but we did that 4 sets of punching was really good. I want to work on the piece today. How many of you know Bridge Over Troubled Water? Yes? Oh, yay. Okay, so we won't have super, super, super hard work to do because many of you are familiar with it. But let's think about what you've been doing in your vocalizing time, and we call those vocalises. A vocal exercise is a vocalise. So as you've been going through these vocalises, we've been talking about lifting the soft palate and making it easy to cross from one register into another. So as we go to our song and we're working through it, I want you to feel like, am I going into another register? Do I need to lift my soft palate? And you can certainly ask questions. So I'm going to quickly throw the lyrics in the chat room. And we're only doing the first verse and the chorus because there are so many lyrics. Let's see. So the chorus starts at the line that says, like a bridge over troubled water. So I'm going to grab the key here. When you're weary. Is that E flat? Let me make sure. So we're gonna sing it to a track, but before we do the track, I like to work a cappella. Feeling small, that's right. Okay. All right, so the first line is, I'll sing it and then you sing it back with me. When you're weary, feeling small. Let's do that together. When you're weary, feeling small. Next line. When tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. All right, so this is really low for me, but I want to stay where it might be better for everybody else. How is this feeling for you all? Yes? Okay, good. All right. Let's keep going. Awesome. Thank you for your feedback. So let's do the second line. So when tears are in your eyes, I'll dry them all. So 1, 2, 3, 4. When tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. All right, putting it all together. 1, 2, 3. When you're weary, feeling small. When tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. Then the next part goes, I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough. All right, I'm on your side. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough. Next line. And friends just can't be found. And friends just can't be found. All right, let's see if we can put I'm on your side when times get rough and friends just can't be found. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on your side. Oh, oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found. Next, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. All right, so let's do that first line of the chorus, first line and a half. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. And it repeats. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Again, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. That's it. Oh, I didn't realize. I did put a second verse in there, but let's just focus on first verse and chorus because I'd love to have some of you sing. All right, so let's see if we can go through the whole thing a cappella, then we're gonna go back and do it with the track. Go back and do it with the track. All right. When you're weary, no. When you're weary, why do I feel like that's not right? Feeling small, is that what I just did? Double checking you all. When you're weary, that's better. When you're, so it starts on the 5th. Okay. Oh, is that, oh, that's an F. When you're weary, feeling small. Okay, I said we were in E flat, we're actually in F. So it starts on the 4th scale degree for those of you who know that stuff. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. All right, let's go and sing that again, but this time we're going to do it with the music. And I'll just put the accompaniment that I'm using in the chat room. So if you want to grab it and sing it again later, you'll have it there. All right, here we go. Can you hear it? You all hear it? Okay. I'll tell you when to come. Here we go. 1, 2. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. Wait, I'm on your side. Oh, when time and friends just can't be found, like a I will lay down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay down. All right, let's go back to the top of the verse. Now, oh, I should pause it. I'll pause it for a second because I would love to have people sing. So anybody want to sing through the verse? Yes, Harping, I was hoping. I was like, you have all the smiles and you look like you're ready. All right, great. Okay, so I'm going to back it up and then I'll just, cheer for her. Here we go. 1, 2. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them. And you can sing that higher if you want. I felt that. Thank you for singing in such authenticity and rich. All right. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I think I need to be louder or the accompaniment. So should I pull the accompaniment down, everybody? Or if it makes more sense, you can take the link off of here and play it from your end if you want to sing. That may. I was surprised the timing actually worked really well, Harvey. Great. Let me turn that off for a moment. Anybody else want to jump in? I'm looking. Kia, you've been volunteered. Is that a yes? Are you want to wait? Yeah. Oh. We'll wait. Kia, okay, we're gonna wait. And then Susan, I saw you raise your hand, and then Stephanie. So, okay, so Susan first, and then Stephanie will go right after that. I'll just let it keep playing. Do you want to play from your side, Susan, or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, I can play from my side.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Can you hear that?
Yeah, and you can probably turn it down some.
Is that good? When you're weak.
Yeah, one more thing.
Oh.
Now.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down.
Yes, wonderful. I really appreciated how you were navigating your passaggio, like going into head voice, right? And I could tell, like, maybe one time it wasn't quite the way you wanted it, and then you got more freedom the next time. So that was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for that. I felt that one too. Okay, Stephanie.
Hang on a second, let me turn this off.
Okay. Do you want me to play it from my side, Stephanie? Okay. Here we go.
When you're weary, feeling old, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them.
I'm on
When time and praise just in me out like a troubled, I will be found like a bridge over troubled water.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wow. You know what I love about Stephanie's voice is that she has like this rich chocolate stuff down in the bottom, and then she can go into this little lyrical space at the top. That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Candace.
All right. Well, you all, it's 12:49. I think we should just like jam out to the like a bridge over troubled water. So I'm going to stop this, and we're going to all turn on our mics so that we're like not completely in time, but just a big chorus of like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down. All right. Everybody unmuting that wants to. If you don't want to, that's totally fine too. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Like a bridge.
I will lay me down
Like a bridge over troubled waters.
I will lay me
Down like a bridge over troubled waters. I will lay me down.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Is that you? Who is that? Does anybody know who that was? That was so beautiful.
No, sweet.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for sharing. Whoever just like trailed off at the end. Ah, thank you.
It was me.
No, it's you.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so you all please keep singing this and let's keep being the bridge over troubled waters. And let's come back next week, same time, and sing some more. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the March. Thank you, Mr. Producer Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Stephanie. All right. Love to you all. Take care.
Have a great weekend.
Bless.
You too. Thank you.